All right, what's up, y'all? I'm back with another video. This is Journey with Wendy, and I am Wendy. Thank you for coming and checking out my video. You know, I hope that the title piqued your interest. In this video, I'm showing you how I make my gumbo. This is actually going to be a two-part series. So the other two videos, depending on how you what your lifestyle is, the first one is going to show you how to make gumbo if you're keto. The second video, well, how to make a roux if you're keto. The second video is going to show you, so I guess it's a three-part series. So the first video is going to show you how to make a roux if you are keto. The second video is going to show you how to make a roux if you are, if you're a regular food eater. We got regular chair sitters and we got regular food eaters, okay? And so this video is going to show you how I make my gumbo and what I like my gumbo to taste like. Everybody has their own, don't come for me. Don't come for me. Everybody has how they like their gumbo to taste. We did live in Louisiana for 3 years. Story time. I'm a story time as I cook though. So we lived in Louisiana for 3 years. And so one year, I was able to go to the fair. And so I think I was a freshman. Y'all don't talk about me, all right? So what I'm just doing is I'm heating up the roux. All of these videos are shot on the same day, so that way you guys can, because I'm just trying to, get it for you guys. So, well, actually what you'll need is I have right here celery and onions. I actually had bought, let me see if I can get it. I had actually purchased this diced mirepoix mix. I actually purchased that, but it had carrots in it. Carrots don't go in gumbo. So I picked all the carrots out. I have a bell pepper, but I'm done. I'm done. Because I still have some other stuff to do for the gumbo. I still have to slice up my meat and stuff like that. So, we just are where we are. So what I like to do is I just throw this whole thing in there. It's going to sizzle. I throw the whole thing in there and I stir it around, and it's going to seize your mix up, but that's fine. It's okay for your mix to seize up. Ain't nothing going to happen. It's not going to burn the vegetables or nothing like that, but you do want to toast your vegetables, saute your vegetables, and so that's just what I'm doing with that. This spoon that I have is like up to 400 degrees, so I don't have to worry about it burning. You also, what I add next is my seasoning. So I have a tablespoon, well, a little less than a tablespoon, but a tablespoon of Tony Chachere's, and I just dump that in there. And then also a tablespoon of Lowry's, a little less than a tablespoon of Lowry's seasoning salt. And so now I'm gonna mix it more. Ooh, child, my eyes. So you don't want to use like regular plastic containers, and when you're doing your, if you're doing it this way, you don't want to use regular plastic containers but regular plastic utensils, because they will burn. And so now I'm just gonna add a little bit of black pepper, maybe about a teaspoon. Add some salt, but you don't want to add too much salt because seasoning salt is in there. So salt and pepper to taste, put it that way. And I'm using my Redmond's real salt. Nothing has really changed with that unless it's like a different recipe. And so now for the crazy part. I wish I could bring you guys up to see it, but the way the kitchen is set up, that's not possible. I tried. So I hope I can get this out. So now the fun part, I use chicken broth. I was thinking about using my bouillon. Oh, I got the sneeze. Oh, so I just try to add this little by little and stir as you add, because if not, then your mixture is going to, it'll break on you. And I've had that happen before, and then there was no coming back. Like when it was broken, that was just it. So and it's coming out slow. So I have 230, was this 32? I have 248 ounces, which is what it says, 3 pounds of and you want to be careful too, because you don't want to pop it on you, because that roux is hot. So I have 2 48-ounce things of chicken broth. I'm not sure if I need them both yet, but I bought 2 just in case, because I don't want to add any water into it. Yeah. And so yeah. So back to story time. So, well, as a matter of fact, y'all just hold that thought, because this is gonna be a long video. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at this point, it is just what it is. And so, as this is, I'm gonna turn it to low. Not like too low, but I'm gonna turn it to low. And now, what I'm gonna do is, because it's 248, and so for me, gumbo takes at least. Some people take their gumbo for. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Some people take their gumbo for, you know, it's like it could be an all-day process for some people. But how I do gumbo for us, it's about a 3-hour process. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up the hold on, y'all, my bad. Woo. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up my chicken. So I have about 10, I think, 8 to 10 boneless chicken thighs. I have chicken tenders, chicken breast tenders that I'm going to cut up. And I have smoked sausage, two things of smoked sausage that I'm going to put in here. So the chicken and the smoked sausage will go in together. And then I also have shrimp that is going to be peeled and deveined and put in here, like once it's, you know, closer to time to serve. And I also have some crawfish. So I buy the crawfish in the pack at Walmart. It's already frozen, and the tails are already removed. So really all you have to do is like 15 minutes before you serve it, just I'll show you guys what it looks like. So it looks like, what does it look like? And so this is a new one. I haven't seen this one before, but this is what it looks like. The other one, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So it's just really all crawfish tails, and they're farm raised, and it's Riceland crawfish. It's certified Cajun. So I guess they're trying to say it came straight from Louisiana. I don't really know, but 15 minutes before the gumbo is done, you want to go ahead and add your crawfish, because they come frozen. And so I have mine in the fridge thawing, because I'm going to add it when I add the shrimp. So you want to go ahead, like I said, put it in 15 minutes before you're ready to, you know, stop cooking the gumbo, because it takes it a while for to thaw the crawfish. Even though your pot is hot, it's still gonna take it a minute to warm it all up, because it's straight from frozen. And so yeah, my little helper Joni, she's going to cut up the sausage for me. She has her little station set up, and I'm going to cut up the chicken. So the chicken will go in first, and you'll cook the chicken for about 30 minutes. Then I add the, I think I want to add the sausage like towards the end, because the sausage can get mealy on you, like real soft, and I don't want that. I still want to have the crunch of the sausage. So I probably will end up adding the sausage like 30 minutes before I'm ready to serve. And because I have the crawfish in the fridge, I'll probably add that like 5 5 to 10 minutes before I serve, depending on, because it's not going to take it long to cook. Like shrimp, it doesn't take it that long to cook. So probably 10 minutes before I'm ready to serve, I will add the shrimp and the crawfish. And you can serve this with cauliflower rice if you're keto. Or, you know, you can just have regular rice if you're not keto. It all depends on you and what you want to do. You have the 2 videos that, you know, you can use at your disposal, for however you want to, you know, however you want to do it. So, yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and, cut up my meat. I'll be back and I'll show you, you know, how it's looking, so on and so forth. So as you can see the roux from here. So it is very, very dark. Even with the dilution of the, what is it called? Chicken broth. And so I bought 2 chicken broths just in case the meat, it was a lot of meat. And I put it in this big pot because normally I have to use this big pot, because I bought so much meat, but I don't think I bought that much this time as compared to last time. But I just want to make sure that I don't have to like change pots and stuff like that. So I got Big Bertha out. And so Big Bertha, she gonna make it do what it do. So I'm gonna cover this pot, cut up my meat. Well, excuse me, wash my chicken. Okay. So I'm gonna wash my chicken, cut it up, and then I'll be back to pop it in a pot. So I'll be back. So off camera, because I forgot, I did add 2.5 bay leaves. I added that, and now I'm going to add some what's this stuff called? Some tapatio, not a whole lot. Just a couple dashes. Oh, that seemed like a lot. So now I'm just gonna give it a good stir, because I do want some heat, but not like heat that gon' not like that flaming hot jerky from Uncle Ron's. And so also I do want to add a little garlic powder, not a whole lot, because I don't want to add actual garlic. And so you want to give that a good stir, give it all a good mix. And also, I think I am going to do some onion powder. If you look on the internet, it's a lot of different ways to make gumbo. I saw somebody, and I was appalled when I saw this. I was offended. Ew, that's a lot. They actually put sugar in their gumbo. And then they tried to call it authentic. And so, yeah. I don't know what kind of gumbo that is. Okay, and corn don't go in gumbo either. So with that, now I'm going to cut up my meat, and I will show you guys how I do it. Not how I cut up the meat, because you should know how to cut up your meat. But if not, you know, if you don't know how to cut up your meat, just go ahead and look on YouTube, and I'm sure you can find you a good meat cutting recipe. You see me in the thing? You can find you a good meat cutting recipe, you know what I'm saying? And you can just do it like that. And then, yeah. So I think that's all I want to add to it. That is all I want to add, because I did add a tablespoon of the Lowry's and a tablespoon of Tony's. And so I think that is enough. That's why I'm not really adding a whole bunch of other stuff. And so, yeah, stay tuned. All right, y'all. So I am back. I just took the top off, and it was simmering very well in here. Not like boiling, but just simmering. And so I had 10 pieces of chicken thighs, and then I had 8 pieces of the chicken breast tenderloins. Yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and add that to my pot. Actually, the time may be cut down, because I cut them into like little strips instead of putting them in whole. I cut them into like strips like this, and that's the chicken thigh. And then I cut the breast into chunks like that. I was looking for the Perdue already sliced stuff, but I ain't find it. So Now I'm just add this, try to add it as carefully as I can. Just plopping it in there. Uh-oh, gotta get that. All right, and so now as I'm talking to y'all, I got to wash my hands, cause ain't nobody trying to get sick messing with raw chicken. And so as I was expressing to you earlier in the video, I got the two 48 ounces of chicken stock to ensure that I had enough stock. Not enough stock, chicken broth, to ensure I had enough broth for it. And so as you can see, the chicken, basically the pot is full of chicken. And so I like to have a lot of, well, not a lot. Yeah. So I like to have a lot of juice with mine. And so I'm going to add, man, I used it. Oh no, I got it. So, and I also have a bone broth. So I'm going to put the chicken broth back or up. I'm going to put the chicken broth up and I'm going to add a bone broth. So, I got this because they said that it helps get rid of the keto flu. I don't know. I didn't like how it tasted. So, yeah. So I'm going to just add all of this bone. Hold on. Let me look at the date. Yeah, I'm going to add all this bone broth in here. And so that should give me what I need. Closer to the time that it's done, I will taste it. Because if you guys remember, we still have shrimp that needs to go in here. And we still have shrimp, sausage, and shrimp, sausage, and crawfish that need to go in here. And so if I would have just left it as it was, yeah, it wouldn't have worked out. It still might not work out. I still might have to break out, but I don't think I am. I'm just gonna do it as is. I'm gonna do it as is. Yeah, so I'm gonna just leave it as is. And the reason why I make gumbo like a few times a year is because for me it's very taxing. So if I've ever made gumbo for you, especially like when I was cutting up, because I used to cut up all the vegetables myself. Yeah, so I would cut up the bell pepper, the celery, the onions. I would do it all. So if I have ever made you gumbo, I must really care about you, because it's a lot. It's a long day. Gumbo days are long. It kind of remind me of doing Thanksgiving. And so when I do Thanksgiving dinner, I start out, because Thanksgiving is always on Thursday. So I start cooking, like I start prepping my stuff. Like that Monday, that Tuesday, I'll cook the sides. That Wednesday, depending on like what's happened. Well, this is when I wasn't saved. So on that Wednesday, I would cook the turkey. But now like that, yeah, no, I still do. So that Wednesday after service, I'll cook the turkey. And then, yeah, so, you know, that's just how I do mine. Because it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm just going to let this go for about an hour to an hour and a half. On low heat. I'm actually going to move it. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to turn it. Yeah, I'm going to move it back to this one back here. I'm going to move it back to this one back here. Not too low and slow, but low enough to where it's not low enough to where it's not going to burn, but have that it's not going to boil the gumbo. And so once I'm ready for it, Joni, like I said, Joni's gonna chop. She's gonna cut up. Y'all, I'm tired. It's real. She's gonna cut up the what's that stuff called? She's gonna cut up the smoked sausage, and we're gonna peel and devein the shrimp. And then we're going to put it all in the pot and just let it do what it do. And so with that, I'll see you in about an hour and a half. So as promised, I'm back. It has been an hour and 30 minutes to be exact. This is the part that Joni cut. I'm just slide it in, splash and stuff. And now I'm just take the rest of this sausage and dump it in. Initially I said I was gonna do shrimp, but unless Joni feels like peeling and deveining the shrimp, we are probably not going to have shrimp. So that is just going to be that with that. As you can see, let me see if the light will help. Yep. So as you can see, it's coming together very nicely. Yeah. And so that's just where we at with that. I'll get with Joni off camera to see if she wants to do that. Yeah, so basically I'm done. So I think we'll just do the sausage, the chicken, and the, what was your name called? Sausage, chicken, and crawfish. We'll just do that. And then we'll just call it a day. The crawfish, I forgot to mention to you guys that the crawfish that I got at Walmart, it used to be $9.99. Well, if initially when I first started doing them, the frozen ones, they were $8.99. And so now, I'll make sure. And so now they're $9.99. And so, yeah, no. So initially they were like $8 or something like that, like $8 or something like that. And so now they are $12 and some change. And so, cause normally I like to get two, cause I like to have like a lot of crawfish in my stuff. Nope, not doing it. I refuse to pay $12 for crawfish that's not live. And I don't even think this is a pound. Let me see. No, it's not even a pound. So it's only 12 ounces. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's not cost effective. And then I used to get the can of crab, and that was like 12 something for the, and I'm talking about like the thick can. That used to be like 12 something. Now it is $18.49. I was like, I don't know if I'll ever have crab in my crawfish, crab in my gumbo, ever, because I'm not paying that. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, not doing it. And so with that, once I bowl it up, I will come back. All right, so I am back. In this container, I have the shrimp and the crawfish. This is what the crawfish comes out looking like. Let me see. So they're this big. So if you're going to do this, you know, I would recommend to go ahead and get you 2 bags of it. Don't be like me. Okay. And so I'm just going to dump this right on in. I did not ask, Joni to do the shrimp, because I wasn't going to do it, but then I was like, oh, I said I was going to do it. I had made a commitment. So as you can see, the shrimp is already, well, you probably can't see, but anyway, the shrimp is already cooking. And so this probably is going to be the last bit of the video. I'm almost certain of it, because I'm done. So as you can see, I have changed attire. Because after I finish with this and we eat, yeah, it's going to be a wrap. So like I said earlier in the video, that you can serve it any way you want to. You don't even have to serve it with rice or cauliflower rice, you know, but traditionally how it's served is with white rice. Yeah, so before I would do like just a regular long grain rice, and then I upgraded to jasmine rice, and then I did chicken flavored rice. So you serve it the way that you want to serve it. You know, you do what you want and how you want your gumbo to be. And like I said, if you're keto, then you can serve your keto gumbo with cauliflower rice. Yeah, and so or you know, you can have it without either. You know, you don't have to do that. It's just up to you and what you want to do. But I will tell you that, you know, if you don't have, you know, rice of some sort, then it just ends up being soup. So yeah, and so with that, I thank you for watching the video. I hope you watched it all the way through, and yeah, so that's just that. And you know, the thumbnail will be the gumbo bowled up. You know, people say plated up, but it's going in the bowl, so I'm gonna say bowled up. It'll be the gumbo bowled up, and yeah, so you'll see what it looks like. And with that, this has been Journey with Wendy. I'm Wendy. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for all those who liked the video. And if you like the video but you haven't actually thumbs it up, please give me a thumbs up, because your likes and your comments and your thumbs ups and your subscriptions, they help me out a lot. And so yeah, so with that, I'm out.